Oh, okay. Um, Hello, I'm Nanomancy, and I'm going to be teaching you a tutorial on how to make Robux in Roblox. Now, as an introduction for this video, please make sure to subscribe. I'm not really a great content creator, but I would appreciate if you click on that subscribe button for more content. But besides the introduction, I think you came here for the title of this video, is how to make Robux in Roblox without any shortcuts, I guess. But I guess this is actually my method of doing it. Um, uh, there are two options to earning Robux. One, you could actually get BC and create a group. I created this group called Celestia Theater, and I gathered some people. I created some shirts, and I earned money from it. Um, a couple of tips I should give here is I do not recommend buying Robux like in this place here. It's not really the best way, and I mean, if you have enough money, then you could buy BC along with the starter kit. It costs like $5 or $10 and shit. But but you all came here without money. I just don't recommend buying Robux, and I recommend doing BC and creating a group with a bunch of shirts and pants that you create. If you have experience in designing shirts, then I would recommend making a whole shop, or a bunch of people like create a million copied shirts, as you could see in the catalog, and that's their way of making money. So hang on. So if I set it to 5 and create like cheap things, there's a bunch of copies right here. So let's see if I search up pink. A lot of these will pop up, and it ruins the catalog. I mean, it's all made by these scam groups, and that's a way of making money. But I highly don't recommend it because they don't credit people, and it's not really great. I mean, I do it myself, but I actually credit the original owner. I mean, I am all my T-shirts. I get permission from them to sell them because the majority of them don't actually play Roblox anymore. So yeah. All right. So along with the other method, I would say that Robux isn't free. It's actually earned. So if you ever have experience in GFX, drawing, or any other talent that is related to art, take that as an advantage of making Robux out of it. It's like earning money in real life, except it's on a freaking kids game. Um, so I think the best way, so in order to advertise your business, whatever you have, you first gotta set up a price thing or somehow. Um, I'm sorry, I'm not really that vague in tutorials. Um, I recommend going to this game called Group Recruiting Plaza. It's a great place to advertise your business. Um, but be wary of who you're doing business with, is what I'm asking. I don't know. I mean, if you ever have like some leftover Robux from getting BC, I recommend getting the group booth or the customized sign. Either way, you could just like copy and paste your prices and stuff via chat. Let me go into this game, and I'll show you how to make it. So you could always click on this team, business, and, get started right away. And as you can see, this place is filled with a bunch of groups, actually. Some are bad, some are good. But as you can see, there's a lot of people that are willing to do business. You see this guy right here that has their name green? they're all in the business team. So all of these people, they are willing to advertise for making GFX, doing builds, other stuff. If you don't seem to have a talent for any of these, then try to actually learn. I mean, there's a bunch of tutorials on YouTube that you could learn from. GFX is actually easy, but if you're willing to do R15 GFX, then that's a big challenge. But it's practically easy if you have the right tools for it. Yeah. If you have the group booth pass, you could search for a free booth, such as this one here. I'm just gonna claim it because I have the game pass. And in this booth, you could actually customize everything. The logo, you could just use it from a decal. I mean, you can make the logo one of your art examples and stuff. A description of your prices, and you could actually communicate via Discord. So sorry, I'm a little sick here. But yeah, I think this is one of my ways of making business. They also have these rent thingies over here that you could actually advertise your business, I guess, but I don't really recommend it. But because nobody even looks at those, I just recommend approaching people on the booths. I wouldn't recommend scamming people. I mean, guys, just please don't scam people. It makes you like a terrible person, and even though you get money from it, it's a guilt in your conscience, honestly. Yeah, you see how this person is actually using their talent as an advantage. Yeah, I recommend doing this. So if you're non-BC, then the best way to get money is either from group funds or via Game Pass. Now, in some games, such as, hang on, crap, I'm not used to these new settings. I recommend creating a random game and selling a Game Pass. Now, Game Passes are the only way to get money in Roblox at the moment. So if you just create a random place like this, you can go to the store, add pass, and you won't need Builders Club for it. So let's say I get a random image, say, and just make a preview. You can go here to configure, and you could set the item for sale. And as you can see, you don't need BC for this. You could set it to 500, you could set it to 1,000 or something if you're willing to take your prices up depending on your skill. Yeah, this is just to prove that it actually works. Anyway, crap. You could also advertise your shirts. I mean, if you're willing to make advertisements, I don't know, just make an advantage to your talent. I mean, if you want some tips into making prices, then here's it. So, depending on how well you think your skills are, I would recommend making your prices a bit more in between cheap or pricey. So, depending on the amount of time you take on one piece, then that's the price you're gonna do. So, if the piece ever takes, like, I don't know, 1 or 2 hours, I would recommend making your pricing at least 500 Robux or more. Or actually, I don't know. I think 500 Robux or 300. Because it's actually a lot more easier. Hang on, let me make this a bit bigger. Yeah. As you can see, you get the concept here. Um, if the piece ever takes you like 30 or 40 minutes, crap. If the piece ever takes you like 30 or 4 minutes, then I would recommend pricing it to at least, let's see. I mean, it all depends if it's time consuming. I think you would price it to 100 or 50 Robux for that piece. If it doesn't take you that long to create it, then I guess you could price it that way so you can make it fair for the customer. If it's a big piece, like it would take you like 1 or 2 days, then I would recommend pricing it 1,000 Robux. That's all I could say. I mean, it really depends on your effort. So, and if it takes like an entire week, I would say just do it more. Just do it more. I mean, that's it. You gotta make an advantage for your hard work. I mean, there's one art piece I did. It was actually cheap. Let's see. I think I can get it from my files right here because I get like a bunch of commissions. Hang on. Um, let's say, wait, where was that one commission I did? I can't find it anywhere. Um, this one. Okay, so this one wait, no, that's not the one. This one I was told to make like two avatars. One of them, which is the first one, and the other is their friend. Um, the price was originally 100 Robux, but like I kind of like took some time on it. It took me like 2 or 3 days due to homework and all that stuff. The pricing was like over 1,000 Robux, and that was enough to even like change my username here. But they insisted in giving me more. Due to that, too, I offered to make thumbnails for their upcoming game, and of course some pictures of their avatars right here. I was gifted over 2,000 Robux with the other thumbnail, and though it was a bunch of effort I did, and so I never thought it would be that important. But yeah, I guess that's all I gotta say for this video. Um, I really hope this actually works for you. Just remember that, again, Robux isn't like given. Just don't trust any of those bots. Like it's not. It's not. It's all effort. Is what I'm gonna say. But anyways, bye.